How much are you willing to give away trying to get an attack? And that's a perennial theme in chess, giving away material to try to get you pieces in the right position to attack. So we're going to see black in action trying to. He obviously has an idea, he's trying to get there. Let's see what happened. So the game starts with e4, then e5, knight f3, knight c6, all well known, bishop c4, which is the Italian game. Bishop c5 is called the Gioco Piano. b4 is the Events Gambit. Bishop b6 is it's what they call the Events Gambit declined. b5, so still in that variation. Now d4 is it's an unusual move, but it's been played, and in 60% of cases, white wins. And here I played c3, which is a new move. It's not a move in theory, probably because it's not very good. Then my opponent took, I took, knight f6. So the white pieces are placed a little bit awkwardly here. Anyway, castle, h3, prophylactic move, c6, and then as the hostilities start, bishop d6. Now, what my opponent needs to do is simply play bishop to c7, getting rid of that bishop there, and then continuing his game normally. But he doesn't. He decides to be very bold and give the exchange to open up the queen and picking up this pawn. Now, is he getting enough? d4, strong move in the center. And then inexplicably, it gives away another pawn and another pawn. So you can see he's trying with the g file and attacks on that side to obviously set up something, but he's being very clumsy in that process. Check. So he seems to be very happy with that, because he can then develop that bishop, and the rook comes on the g file. And wait for him. f6, queen here. Now he develops his bishop, knight here. So that's the position I've been playing for, and now he thinks he's found something really good. So he plays f5, rook f to e1, takes, and now knight e5. And that's a pretty good position for white. One of the things you notice is that the bishop is basically doing nothing there. It hasn't found a scope for being efficient. There's a fork between the rook and the bishop and the queen are being forked. So he finds a remedy very quickly, plays queen d5. Here, it'd probably be a bad move to take on d7, on that, and then when the queen recaptures, just play rook takes. The game is still good, but not as good. So here, check on f6. The rook has to come up, and now a good move, which is rook takes c4. And in the game he took and got checkmated, but an alternative variation would have been, it's quite defensive, but he had to play bishop e8, and then he got rook g4, the queen comes back, this rook hassles, bishop a5, and then he play here, and he's backpedaling here. And so what happens now is you simply get a very, very good endgame, which is winning. But what he did after rook takes e4, he took with the queen. And of course what follows is check, 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 and mate. That pattern with the rook and knight, with the queen and knight is actually very important to remember.